And now for something a little different. Hi, welcome to Dirty Happy Hoe. And it's not nice outside, and I have something that you might be interested in seeing. So this weekend is Canadian Thanksgiving. My parents decided to come down and visit me. Oh, that's actually really good. My parents came down to visit me, and I just love to cook when I have time. And knowing that meat prices have gone up around 20% since January, I was going to be like, ooh, I'm going to unlock this achievement. And I'm going to order a large ribeye for much less a pound. So here in Washington, in the King County area, if you want to get a ribeye steak, you're looking at anywhere from $19 to $40, sometimes $49 a pound if you are at the butcher. But I was very clever in my own little mind, and I got this like amazing deal for $12 a pound for a ribeye lip-on, and it said 10 pounds, and I was like, okay, 10 pounds is good. So what arrived is 20 pounds, 20, and there's only 3 of us that live here, plus a couple friends that come by. So I'm going to attempt to butcher this. And I figured you guys might want to watch because I have no idea what I'm doing. So the first thing you're supposed to do is get yourself a sharp knife. These are the knives I have, so that's what we're working with. And I also poured myself a glass of wine because this is actually quite terrifying. I might make it look like I'm like, oh yeah. No, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm going to start by opening a bag. This is my what do the cool kids call it? Unboxing. So I'm unboxing my side of a cow. So as I said, this is a ribeye lip-on. I can't even lift it. Yeah, I'm just gonna butcher a toddler today. No problem. My biggest cutting board. So step 1. Oh shit. Blood everywhere. Good thing I have dogs. They're already very excited about my FAFO. Okay, step 1. Completed. This might be longer than I thought. Okay, so I've watched a couple of tutorials, and in order for me tonight, so what I want to do is butcher this to make it, well, as much as I can get from it. So I do know that I want to make a ribeye roast, and I want to do that with the ribeye center. And what I'm learning is that there is a fat cap and a fat tail. And the fat tail, I think, is the lip. So you know when you go and you look at your steaks and you're like, okay, I'm going to get this ribeye lip on. So they said, okay, so the lip is at the end of the fat cap thing, or the fat tail, as this butcher was saying. And so you want to keep, this is the other thing I'm learning, you want to keep the fat because you can render the fat down and you can make your own tallow because I'm a homesteader now. I have no idea what I'm doing. But my mom will be very excited that I have got all this fat for her because she's all about the new tallow craze, even though I'm not. But I do like myself a nice cut of meat. So this is, the best is when a butcher watches this and goes, what the is she doing? I'm like, I'm just, ripping some meat apart. It's fine. It's totally fine. Every time I start to panic, I just think to myself, it's okay, Shauna. It's okay, because this is a great value. And I'm doing a video, my kid's yelling at me. Yes!
When are we going to go to the doctor?
Once I butcher this cow.
Can you come get me?
I will, yep. Because we're doing everything in real time right now. Okay, so I think, other than my dogs drooling and breathing on me, I think I'm doing this right because I followed the natural line of the meat. Okay, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing something. I might even have it the wrong way. No, I don't. I have it the right way. Okay, so this part right here. Okay, step 1. Nope, 2, 16, 836. Okay, this part right here is the cap. This is not the fat. This is the cap. And so I'm going to end up cutting all the fat off of this, and we're going to make probably steaks with this. And if not, I'll do maybe chunks. I don't know yet how I'm going to process that, but what I'm left with, I guess I already trimmed the big fat tail, because what I'm left with is this absolutely beautiful, like frankly it is, it's beautiful, huge ass ribeye. And so I've taken off that cap, and now I'm going to butcher it. And from what I understand, you take off kind of like the worst of the fat, which you can actually kind of rip a lot of it. It's the silver skin. And like if you've ever made like pork ribs, the silver skin, same concept. We don't want that in our food. We don't want to eat that because you can't really chew it anyways. Okay, and then you take off the worst of the fat. Okay, and then what I was learning from the butcher is that kind of like the middle is where you get the best cut for your for your roast. So what I'm probably gonna what I'm actually gonna do is cut this mother trucker in half. Maybe I'll take my longer knife. Holy buckets. Send help. It's pretty. So everything I looked at on other tutorials, people were talking about cutting this into steaks. And yes, I'm going to do that with the rest of it. But that is how I'm going to start it off. And I think this knife is sharper. I know all the butchers are like, oh my God, you're ruining it. I probably am, but I'm also a pretty decent cook when I cook, so I'll be able to fix whatever I screw up. And you know, this is what we need to teach our kids today. They need to learn that if you don't do it right the first time, you can learn. You learn. You live, you learn, you fuck up, and then you buck up. Okay, so this feels like maybe 8-9 pounds. And for the sake of dinner tonight, I probably only want to do half that. So I'm going to cut this sucker in half again, I think. Yeah, Mom, how big of a roast do you want? When you think about sandwiches, and you think about all the, oh yeah, there's more silver skin here. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm figuring it out. But let's do that big. Because I can still, oh yeah, there's lots of silver skin right there. You can still cut these two into steaks, because when they say steaks, they say around 1.5 to 2 inches thick for a nice thick ribeye. And so that is what I will do with the rest of these ribeyes. And then I'm gonna go sharpen my knife because I want to not continue to like absolutely ruin my edges. Okay, I've got a dog with his literal face on my foot, hoping that he's gonna get some scraps here. Okay, so, all right, this is what I'm going to use to make our Thanksgiving dinner tonight. So I will sharpen my knife and maybe come back for a part 2 if you want to see what else I'm trying to figure out how to do. And in other words, how do I turn off the camera? Anyways, let's get dirty.